So before we get to a couple more Slido questions, Keith, do you have any tips for investors who are thinking about buying stocks in the coronavirus vaccine landscape? I always think it's funny when I ask doctors, hey, I know you're not an investor, but do you have any tips? And they always say, no, I don't. And then they give great takeaways, right? Dr. Nessel has
Yeah,
said, look at their track record. What have they done in the past? That'll tell you, what they can do in the future. Do you want to expand on that, or maybe bring up something different for investors to think about?
I think he's exactly right for most investors. I think most investors are going to tend to be a little conservative with how they invest their hard-earned money, and they don't want to put it at risk, right? A tremendous risk. And so, looking at these companies that have those track records, Pfizer has a great track record. Johnson and Johnson has one of the late-stage vaccines. They have a great track record. AstraZeneca has a great track record. So those types of companies, I think a lot of investors will feel comfortable investing in those because they realize that if the company's COVID-19 vaccines are successful, that's great. If the vaccines aren't successful, these companies have a lot of other products that'll help them continue to be profitable, making money. Now, I will say this, though, Corinne, there are some investors who are willing to take much bigger risks. And for those investors, some of the other biotechs that are smaller could be potential place for them. I particularly think maybe Novavax. The company is really small, market cap of maybe around 6 billion or so. If their vaccine is successful, that stock could take off. Now, it's very risky, probably not a good fit for most investors, but I think there are some investors who will say, I'm okay taking on some risk with a small amount of my portfolio, and I might take a look at investing in a biotech stock like Novavax.